I gotta learn how to shift this bike now. It's harder to get into second than it used to be. I find myself going into neutral by accident more now, so that's a difference. So this bike really is impressing the heck out of me with this new everything. It's just great. All right, so this brings up a topic. The topic is joy. And I guess what brings you joy? I think what brings you joy through life changes. What do you think? Do you think it changes? I think it changes. Stuff that used to bring you joy doesn't anymore, and stuff that didn't used to now does. Just part of the change of life, I guess. Whoa, isn't this pretty? Love it. So my take on this is it comes because of a recent series of events. And you know what they are. You witnessed them. I didn't have my bike for 3 weeks. And then I lost my bike again for another week because of the second dyno tune and the upgrades, blah, blah, blah. So I went basically a month without my bike. And I turned into a miserable, unhappy, sad excuse for a human being. And I came to a realization that very few things in life bring me true joy, true, what do you call it? Over the top kind of, yay, I'm extra happy joy. It's late in the day and I can't vocabularize, all right? So there you go, yeah. Very few things bring me joy now. Real upper level joy. And I don't know why that is. Maybe it's because I'm on Zoloft, and so my emotions are within a more limited bandwidth than they used to be. I don't know. Especially when I'm not teaching. So when I'm not teaching, I'm just sitting around the office helping students, which is fine, going to meetings, filling out paperwork, and it's not as fun as teaching. I mean, the fun comes less often, and it's more spaced out because you don't get the high of the teaching, the success of a moment where they go, ooh, and you got them. But you have little moments here and there where you save the program from this disaster, or you make a modification that improves things just a little bit. And it's rough. So I'm less happy on the whole because I don't have that drug of the teaching. Just for the summer, for now. You know, I don't really exercise. I don't get any joy out of exercising. Never really did. Dreaded going to the gym, and I went all the time, folks, back in the old days. Let's see, watching movies, well, it doesn't really give me the joy I used to have because I've seen so many of them now. How many movies can you see before you stop getting the same high level of joy? A lot of the movies now just don't bring me to that level. Especially since a lot of them are kind of repeats of the old stuff. And you know what the plot's going to be, this, that, and the other, so... the beginning of the movie, you get to know the characters. And then they get to know each other. And then everything is happy. And then they encounter difficulties. But they overcome them. And then they encounter some serious difficulty, which puts them on the outs. They don't like each other for a while. Oh, how sad. And then they do some soul searching. And then by the end of the movie, they rediscover each other and their happiness, and all is well. Sound familiar? It's like every freaking movie in varying degrees. Or the action one that always ends in a chase scene. And the way we are now, you know, we want to have action all the time. You watch movies from the 70s and you start getting bored immediately because the pacing is so different. They don't linger on anything anymore. It's just boom, let's get to the next thing. Boom, let's get to the next thing. So I don't get much joy out of movies, TV shows. I like watching science. I like watching the future stuff. I want to know what's coming after I'm dead, just so I know what's possibly coming. And I'm very positive about the future. I think we will be here. I'm hoping, and I think we will achieve amazing things. So that's just me. Most people disagree. We're going to be dead in 100 years, 1,000 years, we're going to go extinct. And I think that's a really shitty way of looking at it, because why try? Why develop? Why motivate if we're fucked anyway? I like people who are hopeful. Let's not turn into Europe, people. Oh, I just pissed off all the Europeans now. So what gives me joy? My doggies. I love my Duncan, my Siona, and my Peanut. I love sleeping. I have a fantastic dream life. I have property. I have a house in Hawaii. I have a swimming pool. I mean, and every time I dream, I go back to it. You know, it's like I'm living my life in the dream. I'm doing yard work and having a great time. All the dogs I ever had, I still have. My dad's alive. I mean, it's amazing. I like my dream life. So what else? Well, obviously this. Traveling like this, riding a motorcycle, gives me a lot of joy. And I call it my final thread. My final thread of sanity. In a world that, you know, is increasingly negative, everybody's all negative about everything, and the job that's increasingly difficult and a lot of negativity there, this is my perfect escape. It's my perfect middle finger to the whole situation. Get on the bike and I forget all about it. Well, I try to anyway. And I mostly do, except for when I'm motovlogging about it. See the sacrifices I go through for you folks. Now, I don't talk about my girlfriend here because she is, without question, it goes without saying, she is my default level of happiness. Mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy kind of thing. She's home, she's happiness, she's a joy that nothing can touch. I gotta have my bike. I gotta have my bike. I gotta have my dogs. And thank goodness my significant other is on board with the way I am. She wouldn't be my significant other if she did not agree with these things. I keep telling her she's my final stop in the town of romance. If for some reason it didn't work out with her, God forbid, then I would just be single. So what brings you joy? I mean, I'm generally a happier person than I used to be when I was younger, so that's a good thing. But I found that without my motorcycle, I was really, really miserable. I mean, my quality of life went way down. It's almost like, why even live? I mean, that was how bad it was. Why even bother living if I can't have this, you know, deceptively simple thing? It's not simple at all. It's expensive and complicated, but I need it. All right, this is Mike Cayley 7, folks. Coming to you from Route 210, heading east on this beautiful 21st of June, 2017. And I'll talk to you later.